Hey guys, welcome. Today we have a very, very, very special guest. Been trying to get this guy on the podcast for a little while. Been a part of his DM Alliance for going on a year since the last event. Mark Evans, DM. This is a legend. If you guys don't know Mark Evans, the reason I'm bringing this on is because everyone needs to know Mark Evans. He's one of the best people that I've met in my life. He's a mentor. He's got a massive giving muscle. He's never went to college, serial entrepreneur, started at 18 years old, bought a seamless gutter business, and he's been in business 28 years. We were just in Nashville together for your birthday. So welcome on the show, Mark.
Thank you, Arthur. What's up, buddy?
Man, living a dream. I just got off an excellent coaching call with you and DM Alliance that we have every Wednesday at noon. And if you want more information, I got an affiliate link for you.
Absolutely, an affiliate link. Not only that, man. Let's just be clear. You show up. You're constantly there. You're consistent, and that's what life is about. You're either consistent or non-existent, and most people, unfortunately, are non-existent. So just showing up, man. It's just like sometimes we don't want to, but we have to. You made a commitment. Why not show up?
Yeah, so some of the audience that we have, they're younger. They went to college. Maybe they're starting to start a business. If Mark Evans could give the 46-year-old Mark Evans could give advice to 18-year-old Mark, give me like top 3 things that you think would be a value that you could tell yourself.
Listen, go bigger. Don't. If you think you're doing a lot, do 10x that because you can do way more. I thought I was king of the dipshits. I'm hanging out, I'm making a little bit more money than everybody else. The circle I was rolling in the beginning, it's like, it was just me and like 4 employees, right? Just workers. We're just working. So, and I was the boss, be a leader, not a boss. That's a big one. My life changed drastically in 2006 when I discovered being a leader was way better than being a boss. I always thought the boss, you had to be hard, you had to be tough. You have to, tell them like it is. I have to drive better cars than them. Like, so stupid. Like, hire amazing people, bring amazing people on your team. And, I work as a team, really, I just want to lead leaders. I wish I'd have done that way sooner. I'd had a lot less heartache. Keep more assets. I bought and sold a lot of deals. I recycled them, but again, that's knowing what I know now. Sometimes it's hard. Don't make short-term decisions off of your long-term goals. Sometimes you get a money crunch in the real estate and you just liquidate just to get some cash. There's other ways out there. This is what almost caused me bankruptcy, actually, twice when I was young. I should have been creating multiple channels of revenue, wholesaling, retailing, rentals. I should have been doing all 3, the rehab retail side. So I'd have 3 channels of revenue instead of just having rentals. And then if people stop paying, guess what? You're broke. So that did happen once to me, and it was pretty catastrophic almost. I did not go bankrupt. That's actually how I learned how to do wholesaling, wholesaled my way out of bankruptcy, and kept those assets, and then ultimately ended up selling them to go bigger. But definitely, man, just keep assets and keep growing.
That's awesome advice. So we were just at the mastermind. Sean Whalen was there, and you guys were both talking about this. But like, who do you have to become to live in that $26 million house? So. Give us an idea of your daily routine, because like you said, you have to be consistent. So what's your daily routine look like?
Yeah, listen, you got to go back because like when I grew up in the trailer court. My mom and dad, hardworking people, right? So I saw what hard work looked like. I had the benefit of being 46. I saw pre-internet, and now I see internet world. So when I was doing my business at 18, when I bought it, I'm door knocking, I'm flyering, parking lots, I'm calling people on the phone, like. I'm not texting. I'm not social media, and I'm not playing business. I'm in business. I'm doing work, right? And we go to a job site. I knock 14, 15, 20 doors. While the guys are eating lunch, I'm knocking doors to promote the business. Hey, guys, we're down the street, 3 doors down, doing gutters. You need gutters, you need, like, whatever. Like, so you got to realize that I have that muscle of, like, just working. Like, I'm a worker. You're a worker. Like, this is what we do, right? So that's good and bad, by the way. As you get a family, that could be bad if you don't understand you have a family now instead you're just single. But for me, my daily, dude, I wake up early, 4:30, 5 o'clock. I get up, I do some writing, I go do my workout for an hour or so, get my walk in or reading or running, and then I come home, clean up, kiss the kids, hang out with the wife, and 9:15 is the only thing I really have on my schedule mostly. 9:30 with my team, the assistants. Have a call with them. Where we at? What's going on? Obviously it changes depending what we have going on schedule. But then, as you know, every Tuesday at 2 o'clock, I have the DM family. Every Wednesday at 12 noon, I have the DM Alliance. Other than that, I don't really have stuff on my schedule except I'm talking to my CEOs. I'm talking to operations managers. I'm talking to SVPs, talking with tax accountants. I'm dealing with bigger problems. I'm not dealing with the day-to-day stuff necessarily. I'm more like, where are we at? Like you said, I'm working on 2 books actually right now. So that takes a lot of time in the morning. Try to write 3 or 4 hours a day now, and or edit. So right now, dude, it's just staying in the game, and I try to hang out. I'm with the family. Right now I'm at the office. I'm not here every day, but I'll hang out as soon as I'm done with this. I got another call and then off to the family thing. So hang out. We got, what's today? Wednesday. We got gymnastics with my daughter. So we all go as a family, and then we go out to dinner after that, come home, clean up the kids, watch a movie, and go to bed and repeat.
What kind of stuff? I know you're writing a book right now, The Giving Muscle. Can you just share just a snippet of that?
Well, it's an X-rated version. Giving Muscle. Which Giving Muscle are we talking about? No, man, listen, the thing is I truly believe I want to create massive amounts of wealth, not to just accumulate, but to give back. I do believe guys like you and I, Arthur, are very blessed to have this muscle of earning money as well. And I do know not everyone has it, and nor it's just the reality. It's just very, very small percentage have what we have. And I feel very blessed to be in this position, and I want to give back to less fortunate people for whatever situation, whatever your cause is. I don't care if you're trying to save kids, whatever you're into. So it's been a big driving force in me. I really started experiencing the giving muscle in 2005. And then 2006, I really started leaning into it hard. And the giving muscle is like going to the gym. You don't go to the gym and throw 300 pounds on and start bench pressing it. You got to get to the gym and start start benching 125. Keep it simple. Just get the reps in. And that's like giving $100, then giving 1,000, then giving 10,000, then giving 25,000, then giving 6 figures. And then how do you keep going bigger? But really just bringing presence to it. It's cool to make money, but it's really cool to give back and give money away to charitable causes that you believe in, man.
Oh, I love it. I love it. And we were just in the call talking about this. We had Charlie Rocket on. Dude's awesome. He was at the event in Nashville, and through this auction, how much was raised? Over $750,000.
Yeah, 756, I think, somewhere around there right now.
That's amazing. Yeah. That's amazing for a small group of guys. And like Charlie was talking about, he had 4,000 people in the audience on one event, and they only raised $12,000.
Think about that, right?
Unbelievable.
Yeah, but again, like what you're doing in your community with your audiences, you're a great leader, sharing great stories and truth. A lot of these people, and you're doing it. You're not just talking about it. I think the difference with that audience he was speaking at, these guys are social media famous. They've never built a business. They're all talk. They don't really do anything except sell the dream. And then clearly, it's a reflection. $12,000. I'd be embarrassed. You know what I mean? I'd be devastated, actually. So I think what we're doing, man, is I think we're working the right way, man.
Absolutely. The other book that's a good one. When's that coming out again? You said 3 years, so I can put it on my calendar.
Well, who knows? When you're writing these things, it's almost like you want perfection or you want to get it out. It's not. I'm not a perfectionist by all means, but there's a lot of moving parts. I want to make sure it hits home. I don't want it to be 400 pages and 300 could have been avoided. Some people don't like that. I just want to get to the point of the giving muscle. I don't want to just keep talking to talk. There'll be some stories intertwined in it and all that, but hopefully in the next 12 months or less. Excellent.
I've got one coming out too, The Art of Abundance. Vallet's writing that one.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
I like that. That's a good name. How do I forward that for you?
Would you do that?
Hell yeah, I'd love to do that, man. I think it'd be amazing. If you send me a copy of the book, I'd love to read it first and kind of understand. But yeah, I'd love to be a part of that.
Okay, sounds good. I just bought a bunch of guys from RJ Pepino and all these guys that they have books. I just ended up buying them all. The gun guy, I can't remember his name.
Dale,
he's something else.
He is definitely something else.
But the book you were talking about, the bestseller, The Magician versus Mule, the one you gave out last year. Can you tell us a little bit about that book and how you went from a magician to a mule, even though we're still muling in our daily, but how do you become the magician, more the magician every single day? How do you craft that?
Well, I think one, you got to discover awareness. What are you doing every day? Listen, we're all mules. We're designed by mules. School teaches you to be a mule. It's what we're designed to do. One thing I saw is my mom and dad working their ass off to barely keep the lights on and barely put food on the table. They worked hard. They did the right things. They did everything they were supposed to do. And yet they had very little to show for it. But they were great human beings, amazing people. But I remember my mom and dad fought a lot. It was always about not having money. And I was always like, dude, I want to solve that problem by getting money. And I realized being a mule ain't going to get the money to solve these problems. I don't mind muling it out, but like just straight mule work. Like, for example, I used to think I want to make $100,000 a year. That was my dream. If I could just do that, it'd be change my life. And I didn't think of how do I create something and go one to many. I thought about how many hours can I put in a day and go work with my hands and just do the work. $25 an hour. I work 16 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, blah, blah, blah. Like, that's how I used to think. So the magician mindset is more, how can I create something once and get paid twice? One to many. How can I share? Like, the beautiful thing, again, like I said, social media, I could do one video for 10 minutes. I could post it. It might get seen by 10,000 people instead of one person, right? So the leverage components are there. And, that's what the magician is thinking to do. I got to do the mule work for the 10 minutes, but the ripple effect, the growth effect will multiply drastically with social media, email marketing, text marketing, whatever kind of marketing you're into. So, Facebook, Google, whatever. So think more magician style. And the key is, and Arthur, I just want to be clear, is like, I'm not saying it's not magic. There's nothing magical about what I'm talking about. It's like a magician. When they go on stage to do the magic show, they've worked 6 years to perfect one trick. It's hard work. You got to do the work. I'm not saying not do the work. You got to do it, but you got to be aware of what kind of work you're doing and what kind of effect you're going to get from it. So it's like, if I show up and I install drywall today, guess what? That's all I did today. But if I can figure out how to make drywall or hire 4 people and build a drywall company, now I can start like multiplying my efforts with my knowledge and start expanding my business. If I did lawn care, if I did gutters, if I did real estate, whatever, like I shared today, I grew my real estate company, Mule Work, because it was me and an assistant. I grew it into a business because I stopped going to real estate events and started going to business events. I wanted a business. I wanted a business that served me instead of me just be a slave to my business, right? So I switched the conversation. And again, we all can do this. We all can change the conversation in our head, and you start seeing the opportunities because we're good at that. And that's how I grew, man, honestly. And to me, that's what the Magician versus Mule is.
That's awesome. So I know I've got 4 mentors. Like, you're one of my mentors. Look up to you. Love what you do. Who are some of your mentors?
Yeah, a lot of my mentors are dead, from books. I read a lot of books. If you think and grow rich, right? Bobby Castro is a great mentor of mine. I invest a lot of money per year with him. The truth is, a lot of people I pay money to, my mentors are my financial people, my fiduciaries, right? There's a mentorship component to that because I'm asking them questions and learning daily from them. Hey, I need help here, right? As I get bigger, I don't necessarily need one-on-one mentorship. I more need very specialized knowledge. And then, the truth is there's a journey as you're growing where, specialized mentorship is good, but eventually I need a group. I need group efforts, right? Because we're growing so rapidly. So it's like, I need the tax guy, I need the fiduciary person, I need this person, I need that person. You need 7, 8 people on the same call. And I'm the dumbest one in the room by far. And I'm just saying, hey, here's what we got going on. And then I'm just listening and taking notes, with our insurance guys. Are we doing IULs, whole lives? Are we pushing it here? Are we doing infinite banking concept? Or where are we bringing capital from? What is our tax liability this year? So a lot more. It's just different problems as you evolve with mentorship. So editing. Dan Kennedy's a great guy to read if you've never read his books. He's a copywriter. I grew my business through copy. So that's advertising, right? So I've had many, 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 many mentors. I've had mentors my whole life.
That's why I love the group. Everyone it's not just like a real estate group. It's people from all walks of life. Like Blue Collar Millionaire. Those guys have got an amazing, amazing group. And you could tap into that. It come from, gutters and roofers and, like anything that you want is in that group. Like you always say, any question that you have can be answered within that group. And so that's the group. If you guys are considering joining a group, this DM Alliance really changed my life. And I've got an affiliate link for that.
Absolutely.
But as far as actionable steps that a young person's trying to get the business off the ground, how important is it? Say like you don't have a lot of money, like coming up with even $1,000 a month. Coming up with $1,000 a month. What do you think that would do for somebody spending that $1,000 a month and getting in that room and surrounding yourself with those people that are already making millions of dollars?
It'd force them to go get the money. So let me just be clear. When I was 18 years old, 2 days after high school, that's when I bought my seamless gutter company for $1,000 down, $287 a month owner financing. I lived with my parents for a year after I bought it. I was 19 years old, lived with my parents, right? But I was never home. I was in the field working. I wasn't in the basement playing video games. I wasn't downstairs having mom make me meatloaf. I was working. And I think that's the difference is like, I went to get the money. And 3 months into the journey or so, I met a guy. I was doing a lot of gutter work for this guy. Kept pulling up in a porch, smoking cigars. I was like, shit, I want that. I was like, what do you do? He's like, I was like, keep paying me. You keep having me do more jobs. You got all these houses. What do you do? He's like, I'm a real estate investor. I'm like, that's what I want to be. And then back in the day, it's called infomercials, right? So it's TV commercials, 2-minute commercials like buy real estate, no money down, blah, blah, blah. I went to a Russ Whitney infomercial. It was free, 3 day. It's like the 1 day free. And then they sell you the 3-day training for $2,500 where you got to go down to Florida. I took every dime I had in my account, $2,500, and I went. I was so broke, I had to drive there to Florida from Ohio. I couldn't stay in a hotel because I had no money to stay in a hotel. I was sleeping in the gas station parking lot, right, for like 20 seconds because there's a lot of weirdos there. But I did get down to the hotel, and there were 60-something people in the room, dude. Like, I figured out a way to do it. And whatever you want, you'll figure out a way to go do it. I call it flat tire mentality. If you're broke and you get a flat tire, you won't have a flat tire for long because you'll figure out how to get the pay. You have to get the tire. You'll figure it out all the time. So it's like the problem is you just need to get a bigger flat tire, and the flat tire to me is $1,000, $500, whatever the number is, and you got to start earning. You got to learn your earning power. You got to know what you're capable of. You got to know what your value is to the marketplace. And if you truly want something, we went through some crazy times right over the years to get to where we're at. Dude, we figured this shit out. I look for resourceful people. And if you're resourceful and you want something, you will always get it. Dude, crack addicts figure out how to get $200 a day. I'm not saying go be a crack addict and go get $200 a day doing what they're doing to get that $200. But trust me, if you want something bad enough, you will figure a way out to do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I would be knocking on doors of my neighbors. I'd be cleaning out garages. I'd be selling stuff on eBay and Facebook Market. It's never been easier to make money, ever. Like you literally can make money by cleaning out your garage, selling on Facebook Marketplace for free. I don't have to run sign. I don't have to do anything. I just post it on Facebook and boom, people start showing up to buy stuff,
Yeah. Yeah, I guess business is a lot easier than we, overcomplicate things, especially like getting started. Well, I need to do this. I need to focus on this. No, go make sales. Go meet people. Get in front of people. You know what I mean? Yeah. Even stay on the phone. Get the phone nowadays. You know what I mean? You get it's endless. So I'm just thankful, Mark, that I'm able to see I don't have big problems at all. I've got little problems. So get to hang around people like yourself. So anyone that's watching this, if you want to follow Mark, you should definitely do so. Join the Alliance. Hit up Mark on markevansdm.com and look out for his book, The Giving Muscle, that's coming out. And what's the other one that's coming out?
Well, I don't know the other name yet. I'm still working on it.
Okay.
But Magician vs. Mule is a great book to get. It's on audio as well. Dude, our audio sells 12-1 to the book. I've realized no one wants to read. They want to listen now,
So make sure to pick that book up, Virtual Wholesaling. You got, 5 bestsellers?
Yeah, I got a bunch out there. I don't know how many. I think it's like 12 actually. But
wow.
There's a lot of books out there. Not all of them are necessarily timely right now. But Me Economy, Magician vs. Mule, 10-Minute Business Owner, Virtual Investing Made Easy. Dude, I wrote that Virtual Investing Made Easy in 2007, I think. I think that's when I came out with that book, if I remember right, or 2008 maybe. But I can tell you, like, there's a lot of things in that book. Like, it was more to me when everyone says virtual. What's interesting to me, I never looked at virtual as like virtual like they think about now. To me, virtual is me becoming a business owner and running my business instead of the business running me. Not saying you're not in it and all that, but like it was just a top-down effect where I could be anywhere and make a phone call and close a deal. I didn't have to meet you chest to chest to shake your hand and buy your house. I could do it virtually because I had systems, processes, operations in place and people, and I was able to go out and I was building a company. And, dude, I was local in Columbus, Ohio, and never meeting Columbus, Ohio sellers and having team members do it, working on the model to be virtual, if you will. You know what I mean? So it's more of a concept than just being virtual, how most people think it now.
Yeah, you were known digital nomad?
Yeah, because me and my wife traveled for 7 years around the country and around the world. So that kind of was like the thing back then, like DN. So, and none of that, I was just trying to get better hotel upgrades, because if you go in and like Mark Evans, DM, DN, they're like, this guy's big time. He's got a lot of D's to his name. Is he a dentist, a doctor, heart doctor? So, but it was always kind of funny on some of that stuff. But yeah, man, digital nomad. But again, it's, different times now. I'm not a digital nomad anymore. I'm trying to hustle life.
Well, you're doing a great job, and you're a great inspiration. You're a great dad and a great husband, and just really honored to have you on the show today, Mark. And maybe we'll have you on in the future. I look forward to seeing that forward from you.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. Congrats on the new book coming out. I'm excited. When's that coming out?
It's in production right now.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah, hopefully in the
cool.
next month or two.
Okay. Yeah, I appreciate you having on me, and whatever I can do to help, man. I'm here. Keep kicking ass.
You're awesome, man. Thank you.
Thank you, buddy.